friends, this is Cindy. Welcome back to Mimi's Mixed Bag. I have a little project that I come up with when I was walking through Dollar Tree, and I'm going ahead and sharing it just a little early. I know it's mid-August, and I'm not quite in the pumpkin mood yet, but the reason why I'm sharing it is because I'm afraid if you want to do this, you may not be able to find these little wire planters at Dollar Tree. But I picked up 2 of them, and what I'm going to do is cut the chains off and cut these little loops off here and attach them on top of each other, so it forms a sphere, and we're going to end up making it look like a pumpkin when it's over with. Picked up 2 of these kind of microfiber dish towels. I love the print of them, and I thought that would make a really cute pumpkin. And I picked up 1 little bush of some sunflowers. I found some that coordinated well with the dishcloths. So I do have $5 tied up in this project. I have no idea if it's going to work, but I thought it'd just be fun to spend my Saturday afternoon seeing if it does. And if it does, I definitely have a one-of-a-kind fall decor. Of course, you'll need a glue gun. That's what we're going to put everything together with. And I just wanted to maybe hang a little tag or something off the pumpkin. And I had this little wooden tag, and I had a friend that gave me a huge collection of scrapbook letters. And I've just had so much fun finding uses for all this stuff she's given me. These are just some little metal letters I glued on there that said fall, and I thought that would just be really pretty hanging off of there. Now, as far as the stem, I'm going to have a pretty big hole there, but I'm hoping that, by the time I get the cloth glued onto the wire, that it may close up the hole a little bit, but I'm gonna make some kind of stem using a paper bag. I went in my stash. I have lots of fall picks. I just picked up things I had, fern looking stuff, some flowers, berries, a few little acorns, whatever looked fallish, a little pile of stuff. Stick some raffia in there just to give it a little interest. So what I need to do now is go ahead and cut the chains and loops off of this. Show you real quick before I get it attached. I got my chains and my little loops cut off, super easy. But here are my 2 planters, and what I did is I actually took my palm and just kind of push down the center of this left one, and you can see the difference. So this is actually going to be the bottom of my pumpkin, and then I'm going to line up the little wires, and it just gives it a lot more pumpkin shape than just a dome. Solution, I took 9 little pieces of electrical tape. They sell this at the Dollar Tree if you don't have any, and I'm going to secure the 2 baskets together like this, and that way I know that it's definitely secured and the 2 baskets won't separate. All right, I got my camera set up now, and I can work with 2 hands and you can see a little bit better. All right, my pumpkin is all taped up, and I just lined up the wires best I could, pretty close on every section. And now it's time for my dish towel. Given the length of my dish towel, when I wrap the pumpkin around, I'm gonna be about 5 or 6 inches short, so that's the reason why I picked up a second dish towel. Now that's gonna create 2 seams when I patch up that little area, and it's going to create kind of a front and back to this project. So keep that in mind if you're making this for somewhere in your house, that it needs to be somewhere where the back really won't show, like sitting on a mantle, a bookshelf, or something like that. I really don't know if there's any right or wrong way to glue this dishcloth to the wire. I'm just going to take it section by section, and I'll leave the camera on and you can see what I'm doing. So you get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm really concentrating. Once I kind of got it secured in the middle, I just concentrated my glue on the top ring and the bottom ring. On the second dishcloth, I actually just cut it in half on the short side. So just so you know how much dish towel I used. It actually bloused up a little more than I thought it was going to, and which created the seam to be almost unnoticeable. So I'm gonna retract that comment about it just being one-sided. I was able to, this is actually folded on one of the wires, and it's just so unnoticeable with the way the fabric is blousing. You don't even notice that that's a seam. I mean, even if I made that the front of the pumpkin, you would hardly even know it. But I'm going to still put a little bit more hot glue on this bottom here and just secure it in that hole just to make sure that it doesn't come apart. Now what I need to do now is make my stem using a couple lunch sacks. Going to hot glue them together just to give me a little bit more brown paper to work with, just like that. And I'm just going to roughly roll it up. That's all I'm doing. Now what I'm going to do, wrap it in just some jute twine, putting a strip of hot glue in one place just to secure it. And I'm going to go all the way down this little rolled up paper. I was able to cover it a good 3/4. It's very lightweight, and here's the top of my pumpkin. And with it being very lightweight, I'm just going to hot glue it on one side of my opening. No one will know, because I'm going to have a bunch of flowers and stuff covering up the top, and you'll never know that this stem was connected just on one side. That fabric really grabs onto the hot glue. So now what I need to do is just go through some of my floral picks and flowers, and I'm going to start hot gluing them all the way around. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is find a couple leaves or something to kind of disguise that little gaping hole right there. Attach my little wooden tag, and then I'll display it somewhere and show you. As you can see, there was no right or wrong. I just started sticking things to cover up the stem. The stem is hardly even noticeable, but it is there so you can see it. Now what I'm going to do is take my little wooden tag and hang it off from the side somewhere. Then I'm going to set it up and show you my finished pumpkin. All right, the lighting is terrible in my dining room because I have red walls even if it's during the day. But this is just a quick throw together. I don't have any of my fall stuff down, but I was able to find a few things in some drawers. But this is just a tray I filled with just some fall filler, some pine cones and apples and nuts, and 2 candles. And there's my pumpkin on my dining room table. Love the way it turned out. So I wanted to go ahead and share this with you so that you can find 2 of those wire planter baskets. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.